I've got a whole bucket full. There you go, Michael. Thank you. No, just one will do. Thanks. I'd like to say thank you to Michael Campbell, to our 4 contestants, Bryson McCoy, Tim Ellis, the kids from the Johnny Young Talent School who helped us out, the kids from Bressuil who baked the cake, to our judges, and of course to the Young Talent team who look like little boiled lollies. I hope you'll join us next week because we've got a ripper of a program. From the top of the hit parades, the heat is on, singing in the shower and a whole bunch of other fun songs, and some very, very special guests. Our thanks to McDonald's, our very loyal sponsors who bring you Young Talent Time every week, and from all of us, God bless you and see you really, really soon. And I'll pretend that I'm kissing like a lot. Those lips are nice, and I hope that your dreams all come true. Good night, Danielle. Good night, Natalie. And then while I'm away. Good night, Katie Van Marie, you troublemaker. Good night, Marina. Good night, Greggy. Good night, Bevan. And we'll send our loving to you. See you later, alligators. You like my jacket? That's great. You know, young Timmy, who did the singing in the shower, while he was in the shower, he caught a cold and he had to go home. Yes. Poor Tim, get well soon. Yeah, no, actually, he's had a bit of a cold all week and he couldn't make it to the end of the program tonight. So, Timmy, if you're watching us from home, we love you lots and come back and see us next week, will you? And thanks to all our contestants. A super action-packed, fun-filled Young Talent Time. And all sorts of nonsense next week. Songs about dancing. We've got a beautiful ballad from Bevan and some dancing from the girls. Look at that haircut on that boy, will you? Fantastic. Okay.
It's permanent.
We hope you've enjoyed what we brought to you tonight, and see you next week. Good night, Karen. Thank you. Bye-bye, Natalie. And then while... No, Katie.
Hi, John.
I'm away, all right home. Who's that? Oh, Big Chief Greg. And I'll sing... Bye-bye, Lorena. All night loving. Good night, Miss Minogue. And remember, have a good time. And on behalf of McDonald's, see you next week. Bye.
Tonight at 7, Jack.
I really love that song, Fran. Pay attention to you because I was paying you a compliment. I thought it was nice. I'd like to say special thank you to all our special guests, Circus Oz, Jack Marsh, Joey Peroni, Jim Barris, who was our discovery tonight, and very special night too tonight because we're saying goodbye to Paul Barnett from our props department. Thank you, Paul, for all your hard work, and wherever you're going, lots of good luck, and a big round of applause for you. Next week, something very, very special, especially for all the boys and girls around Australia, because our Prime Minister, Bob Hawke, is coming on to Young Talent Time to speak to the children of Australia because it is Australian Year of the Youth. So join us for that when Bob Hawke, our Prime Minister, joins us next week. And lots of other stuff too. So from all of us and on behalf of our sponsor, McDonald's, thanks for joining us and we'll see you next week. Good night. So here's... Well, it's been a beauty tonight. We certainly hope around Australia you've enjoyed it, and I'm sure you'll agree with me. Regardless of what political persuasion you are, it was a pleasure to see our Prime Minister because, after all, he's the Prime Minister for all Australians. Thank you, Mr. Hawke. We appreciated it. Thanks to all our special guests and judges. We need to know who our winner of this heat tonight was.
It was contestant number 1, Daryl Brandwood.
Yeah. Good on you, Daryl. A kiss from Katie.
Yep.
And, of course, from our fine sponsors, McDonald's, a cheque for $250. And thank you to McDonald's. And, of course, Qantas flies our winner overseas to London at the end of the year. You look great. You got a lovely suntan and everything.
Thank you, John.
Next week, another person who's always got a suntan, Joey Baroni, is with
Yes.
us.
Great.
To sing a great song, to tell us about his new album. Lots of other good, fun things. And do join us for that, okay? And our very special thanks for We Are the World to the National Boys Choir, to the 30 extras from all the ethnic persuasions that were with us tonight as our special guests. We thank you. And remember, kids, wherever you are, we are the world. So let's start living and have a good time. And we'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh, what a night. We've had a big show. We'd like to thank our special guests, the four Kinsmen.
That's right.
And all our contestants,
Joy
too.
Baroni.
And thank you, Honor, and thank you, Ronnie. But you've got a job to do before we go. Who have you
That's
picked
right.
as our winner tonight?
Contestants number 2, Starstruck.
The number 1 too, by the way.
Oh,
not
sorry.
number 2. Starstruck.
Did he get it
He
wrong?
did. He got the name right, but he got
You got the name
number
right.
wrong.
So it was contestants number 1, Starstruck.
That's it.
Just thought I'd mess it around.
You certainly did. Now, Joey, there's a couple of girls who wanted to say goodnight to you. Come on in, girls. They're big fans of yours. No, great. Oh, lovely.
I think they like it.
Thank you. That's right. Yeah, they do too.
You're only jealous, Ronnie.
We hope you'll join us next week for another action-packed show. It's some great Populars numbers, and we're going to the Chinese Wall. You like that?
Oh,
don't you?
great.
We're finally going to the wall, folks. Only kidding. See you 7 days from now. And on behalf of our sponsors, McDonald's, who we also thank a lot, of course, every week, we hope you've enjoyed the show and see you soon. Goodbye, everybody.
And speaking of young talent, Doug.
Gee, that was hot work, that exercise.
It was.
You look great. You do that every day,
I
don't you?
do. I go to the gym every day.
We've got to find out who our winner in the Young Talent Time Talent Quest is tonight. But before we do, there's something that I want to say. And this is true, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Maggie Burns, our choreographer, took ill last night. Nothing serious, she'll be okay. But she took ill last night and wasn't able to do the program for us today, which in any other kind of situation would be an absolute tragedy, because we love Maggie a lot and she does a great job. But when we told the kids this morning, the Young Talent Team kids, that is, they said, fine, we'll do our best and we'll do whatever we can do. And they did the whole show tonight without a choreographer. They did it all on their own. Isn't that great? And I want to tell you, Young Talent Time is a very big and hard show to do. And if I've ever said it with more meaning than I can tonight, I'm absolutely proud of you kids. You're wonderful.
Yeah.
Really just great. Woo! Okay, let's have a look at our three contestants and find out how we went. Here we
Right,
go.
well-
Contestant number... Tell us who our winner was tonight.
Our
Ronnie?
winner was contestant number 3, Sue Jan Newton.
And of course, a cheque for $250 from Lorena and from McDonald's, our sponsors. We thank McDonald's for that. And of course, we say a very special thank you to our judges, to our special guest, Steve Davis, to Leanne Skura, who taught us all how to exercise every morning, and you'll do it too, won't you, kids? To the kids from the Chinese choir, and to everybody, and especially again to the kids. And get well, Maggie, and come and see us again next week. And lots of love to all of you. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. And join us next week for a super special program, because all the kids can get scared with us, because we've got ghosts on the program. A real scary one for you next week. And I hope that your dreams do come true. Good night, Lorena. Good night, Patty.
Hi, John.
Beautiful dogs, those corgis. I'll ride home. Good night, Leon. Good night, Vinny. Good night, Karen. McDonald's. Good night, everybody. $50 from the McDonald's Entertainment Scholarship, for which we thank McDonald's very well. Who's going to be collecting that tonight, running it on it?
Contestant number 2, Simone Hardy.
Okay. Hey, by the way, those people, boys and girls who wrote in for the Super Lunch competition, our winners were from Victoria, Kelly Stevens, from New South Wales, Virginia Durante, from Queensland, Virginia and Kathy, from Tasmania, Danielle Rowbottom, and from South Australia, Brian Maloney. Hey, will you mind? I'm trying to be serious here. All those kids who I just mentioned will be joining us in a couple of weeks' time at one of McDonald's famous restaurants with the Young Talent team to have a great nosh up. Thank you for joining us, Ian. Don't forget, girls and boys and mums and dads, a great special coming up on Network 10 called The Banjos of Australia, and I hope you'll be joining us for that. And next week, a lot of fun with some super special guest stars, Ricky May, and a whole lot of terrific Young Talent Time fun. Thanks to all our special guests, and we'll see you next week. And I hope that all your dreams do come true. And then while I wait,
close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you.
On behalf of the Young Talent team, I'd like to thank the one and only Ricky May for joining us tonight. Also, also our guests, Wendy Bergen and the Skipping Trio. And we hope especially you enjoyed yourself tonight. And from the Young Talent team, thanks guys. We did a great job, we know we did. And we're not being modest or anything, but we really pulled it together.
I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to
we hope you have it home too, and join us again 7 days from now, because next week Young Talent Time goes to the snow, and we're going to have a freezing time of lots of hot music in the town. Welcome to the show, Mark. Good to have you with us. And next week, a very special teary night, because we're going to say farewell to one of our Young Talent Time regulars, Karen Duncan. I hope you'll join us for that big night with Karen next week. Oh, I'm crying already. Do you? And I'll pretend. Good night, Vinny. Good night, John. That I'm missing. Good night, Katie. Those lips I'm missing. Good night, Vanessa. Good night, Karen. See you next week for the big one. Good night, Natalie Miller. That was great in the bikini. Good night, Bevan. Good night, Timmy. Every day. Good night, good night, Danielle. You were in, were you? Okay, good night to our judges.
Good night, John.
Hey, and that's it from us. Have a great tomorrow. See you next week. Bye, everybody. Want to borrow this? Okay, we've got something else to do before we go, you know.
Yeah.
Because it is Ray Belcher, our director's last program tonight, and we should take this opportunity to say a special goodbye to him too.
I think so too.
Okay, would you welcome him, Ray Belcher, ladies and gentlemen. Sit on your Ray. Take a seat. See, now you know it. You yell at us from upstairs. Now you know what it feels like to be down here, see? But now that I'm in control and you're no longer up there, can I have a close-up on 3, please? Thank you. Take 3. Take 3, that's it, see? Okay. Total control. Take 2, close up of me, please. Thank you. Actually, we've got a beautiful gift for you. The kids and myself all dug into our pay packets. And the pay packets from Ray aren't very big. Come on in, Big. So we've all dobbed in, and with a little bit of help from our dear friends from Hitachi, we've got this beautiful camera for you that you can take with you, and it's a portable thing. It slips out like that, and you can carry it around with you wherever you go, see? So you're spoiled. It's beautiful, isn't it? And what we want you to do is, while you're on your travels around Australia, take a few shots for us, okay?
I'll try to do
Mr. Burton, why don't you roll the music? And Ray, from all of us, lots of good luck. We love you lots, and thanks for all your hard work, okay? You want to say a couple of words?
It's been an incredible 7 years for me with Young Talent Time. I'd like to thank the kids, the incredible bunch of kids. I'd like to thank the crew who've worked with Greg and the cameraman Ross, Wayne, Mark, Mel, the videotape guys, the lighting guys, the TDs. But most of all, I'd really like to thank you, John, because without your encouragement and your demand for excellence, you know, I don't think I would have amounted to anything, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Ray. That's beautiful. And Karen, again, all our loving to you. And why don't you say goodbye to everybody, too?
Well, I'd like to thank Mum and Dad and family and relations and that for helping me, and all you guys, and especially you, John. Thanks. That's all I can say.
Hey. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and we'll say all our love to you. And another brand new, exciting episode of Young Talent Time next week. Have a happy tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.
While in Melbourne, I'm going to stay at the Rough Dance.
Hi, Australia.
Thank you, Johnny. Thanks, everyone. Lots of memories in the show tonight. And also, look at this beautiful dog here. What's his name? Mish. Mish. Thank you, Misha. Was a naughty little dog during rehearsals, but behaved himself pretty much for the show. Also, a very special thank you to Mr. Funko Chuckney, who did a lot of fun stuff for us. And my delightful ex-Young Talent team member, Janie Scarley, for joining us as well. And thank you, Bill, and thanks to all the kids. And we'll see you 7 days from now, boys and girls and mums and dads, for another fun Australian hour of entertainment, yeah? Yep. Good on you, Wiz.
Do you like my hair, John?
I love it.
Get some colour in there.
And I'll pretend that I'm kissing. Good night, Minnie.
Good night, John.
Those lips I am missing. Good night, Greg.
Good night, John.
And I hope that your dreams do all come
Good night.
true. Good night, Mark. Is that you under all that?
Oh, yeah.
And then walk. Good night, Danielle. You look beautiful. I'm away. I'll ride home. Good night, Bevan.
Good night, John.
Every day. And I'll say, oh, good night, Juanita. I love you to you. And from our sponsors, McDonald's, see you next week, everybody. Bye for now.